Nah, sometimes women will secretly, like, they'll assume some things about you, or they'll assume how you feel about them without even asking you or speaking to you about it. They'll just go based off how they feel, and it's like,
right?
Why? Like the shit that you said about Shorty the other day.
Story time.
Story time.
Story time.
All right.
I'm here for it.
Long story short, essentially, right? A friend of mine hit me up. Like, yo, what's up? Hey, what's up? Probably haven't spoken to probably like about a month, right? A month or two that I didn't speak to her. So I'm like, oh, what's up? Like, at least she's just checking in. Out of nowhere, I get the, yo, we still cool? Huh? Like, and I'm like, in me being me, I'm not, it's like, I see where that's going. That's just them feeling for like, or asking for like reassurance or something,
Reassurance
right?
or attention.
But it's like, if I didn't give you a reason to feel that way, what's the point of me asking? And when I do ask, I'm like, why are you asking that? Like, why would I have a problem with you? Or why wouldn't we be cool? Just answer the question. Why don't you just answer the question? Like, it's like, because, okay, they always like assume, right? But if I'm saying, hey, why would I have a problem with you? Make an assumption on that, and like, okay, the fact that he's saying that, it sounds like he don't got a problem with me, so I shouldn't have to ask.
Yeah.
And that's like a thing, women do that almost all the time. Well, everything.
Well, let me ask this: how do you know that you didn't do anything inadvertently, or like without your knowledge, to make her feel like I gotta like check up to see like, are we still good? Like, is something the matter?
Because the last time I spoke to her, it was good terms, and anything that I do in between, I've been doing ever since I met her. It's like I do the same thing. Like, I don't do nothing different.
It's not much difference.
It's not much difference. And then it's like, if it was something that makes you feel that way, then why not bring it up instead of just coming to ask if you still cool? If it's you had a problem with something, you're like, oh hey, you did this, or oh I've been feeling a little off about something, and just talk to me about that. Don't just come to me like just randomly, just hey, are we cool? I didn't speak to you in like a month, and that's normal. We don't speak to each other like often anyway.
Yeah.
And it was never a situation in between those times where you were just like, oh, like, are we still cool? You would just hit me up like, hey, like, you don't talk to me no more. Or, hey, like, I ain't speak to you in a while.
Simple.
So now it's like, all right, what is it? I'm assuming that it's something that maybe happened or didn't. I don't know. I don't know. So, and I would never know because they wouldn't ask.
They'll never tell you.
They would never tell me.
Truth be told, you handled it a little bit better than I would have. Because
what was you gonna do?
Because I'm cool with her, so I'm not gonna just blatantly just be like fuck in my face. I mean, I did, but then I was just like, I just gave up everything. I was just like, no, I don't have a problem with you.
My thing is, I will willingly throw away a friendship or like say some shit that I know I shouldn't say just to get my shit off, and I know I shouldn't do it. So if she would have hit me up and said, oh, why are you not talking to me? Like, are we still cool? I would have been like, yeah, is there a reason why we shouldn't be cool? Like, is there something that you did? That you have some guilty conscience or something like that where you feel like
you gonna put it on shorty?
I'm gonna start gaslighting her.
Because truth be told, like, if I didn't do nothing and I know everything is chill and everything is going calm, and then you come out of nowhere and say some shit like that, I'm now off the rip. I'm on defense mode. I'm gonna automatically assume you did some shit that you trying to find out, like, that if I don't.
Yeah, but like what Cole said earlier.
Why are you in defense mode? Like, you don't know her frame of mind in asking that.
Because instead of being an adult and just like,
Well, she was being an adult and she's asking like, are we still cool? That's an adult thing to do. Bring
but
up
just
the
out of
conversation.
nowhere to randomly just ask that instead of just being like, yo, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not speaking to me, this and that. You're still like, you're kind of beating around the bush by saying something like that.
Oh, I feel the opposite. I feel like her being so direct and just straight to the point, like are we cool? Like, is something the matter? I feel like that's the most direct and adult approach.
She didn't ask that though. She was just like, are we still cool?
Well, yeah,
but it was never a
There
direct.
was no context.
It was no context. It was no follow up after. I thought it was just like no, I don't have a problem with you. Okay.
If there's no context,
and then it was just that.
That's what I mean.
But and okay, to look at it from a different side, it's kind of like maybe it seemed like okay, it was just out of the blue. And sometimes you just want reassurance because you just want attention. Maybe you just want attention from somebody. But sometimes it is a case where some people they do think like even though they have friends around them, they'll just be like like I'm alone in this situation. And sometimes like they constantly doubt themselves and they're like, hey, I know you do this, but I just, it's like anxiety that affects people a lot and stuff like that. But like that's something like okay, so I'm not just gonna just brush it off. But it was never that situation with you before,
right?
So, just off the cusp, I'm like, what the fuck you asking that for? So maybe it's something hidden. But if I don't know, it's also I'm not obligated to ask or to find out. It's not necessarily my job. I'm not saying that I shouldn't, because I should. You check on your friends, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you gotta tell somebody because you don't know what they doing. Because I'm just chilling. I'm on my way, all the way here, and then I get that, and I'm just like what?
It's pretty random.
Yeah, it was random. It caught me off guard. It wasn't even like oh hey, like can I ask you something, or hey, like I gotta talk to you.
But do you think that approach would have honestly made it better? In retrospect, do you feel like
if it was like, oh hey, like can I talk to you about something? Yeah, I guess because
like would your response have changed?
Yeah, because going from hey what's up to hey what's up to are we still cool versus hey what's up, hey can I ask you something? Okay, because then when you hear that you think okay maybe it's something important or something that's bothering me or something like that. When you just hit me with just like hey what's up, are we still cool? What?
I see what you mean.
Like what? It just caught me off guard, honestly. But I mean, it's women do that with like other things too. Even like the reassurance for like love. Even though you could show them all the love and affection, sometimes if you don't say it, they try to like get it out of you, and it's just like why do I always have to say it?
I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
Y'all feel like when it comes to do you feel like men are better at reassuring women than women are at reassuring men?
I feel like yes. I feel like because we have to do it all the time, we're kind of used to it at this point. And I feel like me personally, I don't really ask for reassurance. I feel like I don't want to say that's a weak trait, but I just don't do it.
You're right.
Depending on the situation.
It depends on in most situations.
Yeah.
Like I don't ask for reassurance.
Yeah.
Like
I get it.
Which is I don't know. Is that toxic?
No, it's not. It's not toxic.
You don't need it. It's like okay, like if you showing me love, I don't need to ask, do you love me?
Right.
Or do you care about me? I assume you do.
But adversely, is it wrong for her to ask like? No, for that verbal reassurance.
No, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
I feel like personally,
it could be annoying.
If like
you try to force it, it's a little different. But.
I feel like as like you saying that you don't ask. I feel like in our case, if we have to ask, then that there's something lacking. Personally, because we kind of take
lacking in the relationship or lacking like within yourself as like in
the relationship. Because I feel like we kind of like take things for what it's worth.
Right.
So if our girl is chilling with us, she on us, hugging us and kissing us or whatever, or she takes us out occasionally. You know what I'm saying? We like, alright, this is cool. I enjoy this. I enjoy the company. And this is calm. I don't really need anything else to show me that you care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in most cases, I feel like it's a defense mechanism when it comes to women when they ask for reassurance, because I will say this, there is a lot of dudes that will act like everything is fine, and then they'll secretly be like, 1 foot out the door, like looking at other women. Women go through that shit too. I mean, not that men don't go through it as well, where the woman is loving and caring, but on the side she's seeing somebody else. Like it happens, But I think we're more conditioned to just chalk it up for what it's worth versus because women, growing up, they've always gotten that reassurance. Like not all of them, but for the most part, a lot of girls, little girls, they're treated like princess. You know, so they're used to reassurance no matter what, you know, and verbally. So
Right, so
not
like,
so much.
If you're conditioned for that, like I feel like that's just how you're conditioned to receive love, I guess, in a way.
Right.
That they condition that way, and also the fact of like, you know, even if it's like when it gets into like their dating life, it's they could find a dude that tell them everything they want to hear, but they don't act like it. They can find a dude that, you know, want to take her out, do all this, but that doesn't mean that they love them or that's like that affection. So I think it's like they look for both because one or the other doesn't necessarily. I mean, you can do both and they still not doing it. It could still be a facade. Mm-hmm. But I guess if you're willing to show both or do both, that's really just like, hey, like you care. Even then, they still constantly ask for reassurance and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, like, they be thinking their minds go places that I can't even imagine where this shit goes. But
I've been in that situation.
I feel like we all have, to some degree.
Absolutely. You know, you be in a situation where you're giving her so much reassurance that you're stepping out of your comfort zone when it comes to it. Mm-hmm. You know,
and that could cause problems.
That could definitely cause problems because it's like I'm doing things that I don't normally do to make sure that you're good, but you're still like, you know, trying to find an issue. You know, I feel like I don't know, when it comes to relationships, y'all, I just feel like it really depends on what type of woman you with, because some women will try to find turmoil in the relationship to liven it up. You know what I'm saying?
Which is sick.
It's really sick, but I know women who do that. Like, they'll start an argument with you because of the makeup sex. And it's like, I mean, yo, honestly, like, if you want me to pull your hair a little harder, like, you know, or talk shit to you a little more, like, get more aggressive, just tell me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go through all of them extra lengths to, like, bring that out of me. Like, I probably wanted to do that anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in that situation, you just should not be with someone like that. They're not emotionally intelligent enough to have a healthy relationship. If that's the lengths they have to go to,
I can't speak on emotional intelligence. I'm lacking. I am lacking in emotional intelligence. I can't even speak on that.
I've had one woman, like, you know, be honest and, like, you know, be like communicating that way. Like, I had one woman, she was like, basically like, yo, if I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I want you to be a little rougher in bed, I'm gonna just tell you, like, you know, this time around, like, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then when the time comes, it's just like, I bet, you know. But I guess some of them don't do that because they want it to be spontaneous. But I don't know.
You know what it is? It goes back to even in the terms of like the reassurance. It's like, I want you to do it because I want you to do it because you want to do it.
Right.
And it's like, why can't I just want to do it for you? And it's like that's cool, but it's like, no, I want you to want to do this on your own. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't care to do this on my own. Like, it's just like, I'm doing most of the shit for you. Like,
literally,
it's like. And that goes to like the reassurance thing, because then it's like, oh, if he's doing this because he wants to, it's like, that's like reassuring to her, like, oh, he really cares about me, or he does this, or
which I understand.
But when you try to force that, that's not reassurance.
Well, she can't force you to want to do something.
No, she can't. But try.
She can want you to want to do that.
But they will try.
They will try.
They will try to force you. And then if you don't get it, it's your fault.
Which is. Honestly,
like,
women do a lot of like trickery. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes they'll try to trick you into a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
They be tricking themselves too.
Literally, they'll literally be like, oh, you know, well, I want you to meet my sister. Like, what you mean? Why?
It sounds like you're talking from personal experience.
Yeah, you said sister. That was weird. Like, I was a little too specific, right?
Too specific.
That's a little tidbit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just that's really off the top, because you know me. Like,
say that for the Patreon. Storytime with Watts.
All right.
Storytime with Watts coming soon.
Okay.
That's gonna be a doozy.
Oh man. I mean, closing thoughts, reassurance.
I feel like reassurance is cool as long as it's not excessive. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not to the point where it's gonna sit there and get in between us no matter what, and it'll start arguments. Like sometimes reassurance will start arguments. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I personally feel like that's not right. That's kind of manipulation in a way. You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it.
What you got?
With me, it could be a slippery slope because it's like, I'm rather open-minded at first, but I'm always stuck in my ways. So I'll give you the reassurance part at first, but then like if it's like a constant thing, then it's like, all right, why do you need all this reassurance? And then it's like, it could be like trauma, like past trauma or things like that, or like always like my ex did this or this and that. And then with me, because my ego, I'm like, even though it's like you compare people all the time, that's like kind of normal. But with me, it's like you comparing me to somebody that who is like, I don't know who this nigga is. Like it's like you comparing me to somebody else, and I haven't even done that yet. But you're trying to prevent that from happening so hard that it's like you're forcing the issue now, and then that ends up like pushing me back to this, like you're doing too much. But sometimes it is warranted. It's like, hey, if it's just like, I like reassurance. I like it. That's my thing. I ask that from everybody.
Indeed.
If that's just you just ask that from everybody, no matter who it is, friends, family, whatever, then that's just you. So I can't necessarily complain. It's up to me to decide, alright, if I want to do with that or not. But
I feel like we all want and need reassurance in our relationships. We ask for it in different ways.
Definitely.
Like, I know me personally, I crave affection from like whoever I'm dealing with. That's like my form of getting my reassurance. Some people like verbal reassurance. Some people like other forms of reassurance. I feel like asking for reassurance is not. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's we all need it at the end of the day. So
and sometimes you gotta tell them like, hey, like I want it. I need reassurance. So that's not a problem.
But yeah, ask for reassurance.
Indeed.
Not for me though.
Yeah.
Not for me though.
Might fuck around and get your feelings hurt.
Alright, close this video out, man. Tell them what to do.
Like and subscribe if you want more. You know what I'm saying? You do that. Like and subscribe. Get us to however many.
Reassure us.
We want reassurance from y'all that y'all fuck with us.
From y'all.
That you with us.
Hit that
Am
like.
I contradicting myself just saying not to ask reassurance from me?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't speak.
Yeah, so I'll be quiet on it.
Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? This is our lives.
Let us know how you feel in the comments, man. Peace.
Bye.
Catch y'all on the next one.